Hello students, today we shall start our 5th chapter of class 5, that is breathe in, breathe out. In this chapter we shall study about what is breathing, human respiratory system, pulse rate and uses of breath, etc. Breathing, the process of taking in air rich in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide is called breathing. There are various organs involved in the process of breathing. The process of taking in air is called inhalation and giving out air is called exhalation. When we inhale the air through nose, the air goes into the nasal cavity and it gets filtered. The dirt and dust particles get trapped in the tiny hairs present in the nasal cavity, and the air also gets warmed up. The air then goes into the windpipe. Windpipe is also known as trachea. So through trachea, the air enters into the lungs. There are two lungs present in the chest cavity, and the lungs are protected through the rib cage. From the lungs, oxygen-rich air enters the blood and is pumped by the heart to every cell of the body. Then the carbon dioxide that is carried by the blood gets back to the lungs and is exhaled through the nose. So, this is the whole process of breathing in humans. Now we'll see what is the role of diaphragm. Diaphragm is a strong muscular sheet which is found below the lungs. It helps to move the lungs up and down. As we inhale the air, the diaphragm goes downward and flattens out to make space for the lungs to expand and to take in air. When we breathe out, the diaphragm relaxes and moves up, pushing carbon dioxide out of the lungs. So this is the role of diaphragm in breathing. The rate of breathing. The rate of breathing is directly related to the kind of activity a person does. When we sleep or take rest, we breathe slowly, or the rate of breathing is slow because our body does not need too much energy and oxygen while sleeping or taking rest. But when we do exercises or some physical activity, we breathe fast because we need a lot of energy and oxygen. Our heart also beats fast while doing any physical activity because it has to pump more blood within the body. The pumping of blood. The pumping action of the blood can be felt by placing two fingers on the inner side of the wrist or the side of the neck, as you can see in the given picture. Pulse rate. The number of times heart beats in 1 minute is called pulse rate, and the average pulse rate ranges from 70 to 80 heartbeats per minute. Stethoscope. It is an instrument used by doctors or any medical person to listen the sound of heartbeat or measure the pulse rate. By listening the heartbeat, a doctor can tell whether a person is well or unwell. Uses of breath. We use our breath for several activities, like to blow hard on the burning pieces of wood. It helps the fire to burn better. To cool a hot cup of soup, milk or tea. We also use our breath to warm up our hands during winters by breathing out on our hands. Correct way of breathing. Always inhale through the nose, not from mouth, because when we inhale through our nose, the air gets filtered in the nasal cavity by the tiny hairs. The second one, never sleep with your face covered with any piece of cloth, as you inhale the same air that you are exhaling again and again. Means, you inhale carbon dioxide rich air instead of oxygen rich air if you are sleeping your face covered, which is really bad for our health. Practice yoga and pranayama. These breathing exercises help us to improve our health. Now the last point is, go out and play in open area every day. This will also